back at it again. Episode 202. I just thought everyone should know that we're doing what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And so, welcome to another episode. Your main man from Toronto. Oh, I did not leave the screen, yo. Oh, hold up. We're doing what we gotta do. New Year's resolutions in this. Now, hopefully everyone can understand that this the IVB, this is the IBZ, this is the IVP with Dr. IBZ. Now, let's get into this. Let's get into it. Intro's done. Everything's done. So for today, what we're gonna get into today is a lot of fucking topics. How is everyone doing though? Everyone's good? Yo, see that? I got the Toronto hat on, you know what I'm saying? We gotta rep Toronto for today. So, hopefully everyone's having an amazing week. You know what I mean? Amazing day. I'm gonna start my shit off with a little story. So, as you guys know, niggas is fucking trying to figure out different ways to make that money. I started the night off by doing some parlays. So I did a few parlays, and let's just say these parlays did not come through. Scotty Barnes, I needed you to make 10 rebounds. You got like 2 or 3, my nigga. Right? I needed a couple other niggas to do some other shit. A couple other bets were like close, very close. So that didn't work out. So I'm with my boy, and my boy's like, yo, dog, just want to go to the casino. In my head, I'm like, yo, don't do it. Like, don't go to the casino right now. You have no money. And if you lose your money from the casino and you complain about it, people are going to be like,
oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like, niggas ain't going to give a damn. But I was like, you know what? Let me go there and let me try to make some money. We pull up to the casino. I only have about $40 to spend. When I say I only have about $40 to spend, that's it, right? After this $40, nigga, I gotta go hustle. I gotta go do something. But this is all I have to my name right now. Let me try to triple it, double it, whatever I can do. Let me try something. Nigga, one thing about my luck and gambling that people don't need to understand. Whenever I fucking gamble, I either break even or I lose. And if I lose, the next time I gamble and I win, it makes up for when I lost. So I always break even whenever I gamble. That's why I try not to gamble or anything, because I'm like, every single time I gamble, it's either I win, but when I win, it just makes up for all the losses. And then when I lose, or it's either, so it's I lose, break even, and then if I lose, then the next time I'm gonna win, but then that's gonna make up for the last time that I lost. You get what I'm saying? Last time I gambled, that was like at a casino or something like that. I broke even, meaning I didn't win anything. This time I gambled, I lost. The time before I broke even, when I gambled, I won. You understand what I'm saying? Time before that, I lost. Yeah, I see my pattern. That is my gambling pattern. You cannot. One thing about gambling, since it's such a sin, and it's such a thing that you shouldn't be doing anyways. But nigga, I was looking at it like, yo, this is my last. I gotta figure something out. Let me try to triple, double my money. Nigga, it doesn't work like that sometimes. Gambling works when you're up. When you're up, gambling works because you can make a little bit of money off of it. When you're already down and you're gambling, my nigga, it's not the right time to gamble because your confidence is low because you're already down, and you're thinking of ways of like, oh, this could happen, that could happen, that, and then to the point where your mind is just like, you know what? Why am I gambling? You know what? Fuck that. I'm not gonna gamble. Oh hell no! So, to everybody out there, I thought I was going to do it. I pull up. Here's the thing. So, if you guys are going to go to the casino, don't do the slots. Leave the slots for the old people. Man, I went to the slots. I made a little bit of money, but like it wasn't a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Once niggas figured out that we can go to like the roulette tables that have the digital shit on it, niggas started like making a little bit of money, but I got to the point where like I kind of wanted to leave, and at the same time I was like, fuck it, let me go all in. So I went all in. I had $10 left, and I was like, I only have $10 left. All right, let me just go all in, and I went all in. That's basically what happened. Then now I'm in the car, salty as shit, dog. Now I'm in the car about to go home, and I'm thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do? How am I going to make more money? What am I going to do to make that money? How am I going to achieve what I need to achieve? So I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, I'm already doing DoorDash right now. I already got an Uber Eats account. But now, I really have to do it. Like literally after I pod today, I'm uploading the podcast, uploading a quick short. We're going to go do DoorDash for the night. Probably, I'm going to start at like 7:30. Probably before, like a little bit before that. But like there's a 7:30 time frame. Start at 7:30 and keep going for the rest of the night. Like that's literally what my plan is. Because I don't have a choice at this point. So, and it was asking me like, yo, why don't you get a job? What about your job? What about your job? The job I have is only limited to events. If there's an event, I pull up. If there's no events, there's nothing to do. So when there's nothing to do, it's not like I can go and be like, yo, let me just get another job. Because if I were to get another job, that's going to conflict with this job. So I'm in a little crunch where it's like, if I don't do shit on the side, then I'm not going to survive. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, when you're down on your last, just watch out for casinos, man. Just watch out. Okay? Watch out for casinos. So, speaking of like gambling, casinos, or whatever. So I was watching this like little sports thing, right? Barstool Sports. They had two little what's that shit called? 2 articles. One of them was when John Morant recently came back to the NBA. He's doing like his little gun shit, like a gun dance. And then a white boy did it after playing football. So the white boy was having fun, but John Morant, it was gang related. Now, the one thing that a lot of people they're calling this out is it's not just about race. It's about why can't we be consistent? Why isn't the white boy doing gang activity and John Morant doing gang activity? Or John Morant's having fun and the white boy's having fun? Y'all niggas got your Second Amendment with guns and all this type of shit. Like, y'all niggas have America, you guys have a gun culture. A gun culture. A lot of countries, like in a lot of countries have gun culture, obviously. But in America, it's like everyone has a gun, or people know people that have a gun, or if they need to get a gun, they can get it. In Canada, it's less frequent than that, but it's still the same shit. But you guys get what I'm saying. So you guys have that type of gun culture. What the fuck are you? What are we talking about? So if one person that looks different is doing one thing and is looked at as gun culture, and another person that looks different is doing another thing, it's looked at as being fun. People are calling it out because they're saying, why can't we be consistent with what we're calling out? And that's about it. I can understand that. Now, here's what I'm going to say. End of the day, bro, Ja Morant, you got in trouble for 2 gun charges, which means the moment you do something that involves a fucking gun, the media is going to take it out of proportion. The media is going to look at it and be like, yo, this nigga's back at it again with his little dumb gun shit. That's how they're going to look at it. Now, instead of being butthurt about it or trying to find different ways and whatever the case may be, instead of being like that, why don't we as a people try to avoid those situations? I like to say, don't give people a reason to fuck with you. Give them all the information that they need, that they think they can fuck with you with, but they can still not fuck with you. So, that is what the fuck that I'm on, and that's what the fuck that I'm saying. And I can fucking care less about whatever anybody else has to say in regards of what I'm saying. Because if I was already being convicted of selling drugs or whatever, or let's say I've been convicted 2 times in the NBA smoking weed, the moment there's a picture of me, or the moment I do we're smoking on my team, we're smoking on that team or whatever the case may be, like the moment I do like a smoking gesture, people are gonna be like, oh, is he still smoking weed? Is he still, like, people are gonna look at it like that. That's what it is, because that gets more engagement, gets more clicks. And sadly, the type of environment that we are in now, all the news, the media, all that type of shit, it's all about engagement and getting clicks. You get more clicks saying Ja Morant was out here doing gun motions than Ja Morant was having fun after his game. You understand what I'm saying? And that's very, like, depressing, and that's very, like, stupid, and that's very triggering. That's very, like, it's just like, why are we doing it? I understand maybe it's lucrative, maybe it can, like, help people's careers and shit, but, like, yo, to do it at other people's expense is just crazy to me. If we're gonna keep it real. And so, that's all I have to say about that, like, little topic. Also, there's another thing I really wanted to go in on, because I don't know why I keep hearing this shit. Every time Kanye West does some bullshit, or people feel like, oh, Kanye's out of line, Kanye's not doing whatever he's supposed to be doing, Kanye's bullshit, and every time people feel as if Kanye is not being the Kanye that they like, or the Kanye that they're used to. Sometimes, like, not every time, but sometimes, like, some of these, like, celebrities and shit would be like, well, if his mom was still alive, he wouldn't be moving the way he's moving. Stop making that fucking point. Seriously. His mom has passed away. His mom is dead. Why are you guys keep trying to fucking bring up his mother as a justification to say that he has piss poor behavior? Judge his behavior and what he's doing right now. Do not judge him because of what. Oh, yes, bro. How many people go through some shit, some trauma like that, where their parents die, and it completely shifts their mood, shifts their personality, shifts their life. When you go through something traumatic, it rewires your brain. Does anybody not understand what that shit is? I understand how a nigga could fucking be maskeen or living legal his whole life. Someone he loves gets killed, or whatever the case may happen, or some illegal shit happens to them, they're in jail, whatever, and that person goes crazy, their brain gets rewired. People say they go crazy, but their brain gets rewired, and they start moving differently. If it affect them in such a traumatic way. If it didn't, then they'll keep it moving, right? But if it did affect them in a traumatic way, it rewires their brain. We need to stop this. Like, we need to stop this. For real. You have people doing interviews. You have people talking shit, being like, yo, man, if Kanye's mom was still here, then... Bro, if a lot of people's... if 50 Cent still had his parents around, do you think it'd be the 50 Cent that we know right now today? If Kanye didn't lose his mom right now, do you think... You know what I mean? Like, these type of things rewire these guys' brains, and it shifts their focus. It makes them maybe a little bit more colder because of what they went through. But that does not mean that we need to judge these people, or we need to, like... Now, whatever Kanye is saying, there's something that I've learned about Kanye throughout the years. Take what he's saying and dissect. So literally, you know, when you I don't know what's the thing called, when you know, like the gold rush, what they were doing, they were taking like strainers, putting it under some sand or whatever the case may be, shaking it up. And then whatever gold they get, they pluck it out. Like they take it out, they dump it, type of shit. So, or straining something, right? Well, let's say you're making braised beef. You put so much shit in there, but the only thing you want out of there is the beef. The vegetables are done, like they're garbage. You can't really eat those vegetables. They're done. They're too mushy and shit. You're not gonna really like them anyways. Or you can blend that shit up and make a sauce out of it, whatever the case may be, right? But the only thing that the prized possession of that is the braised beef. You strain that bitch, braised beef. Or you have a can of fucking beans. You strain all the liquid out, and whatever's there is the fucking beans, right? That is what I'm saying. So, my point is that whatever you strain out of that bitch, right? That is the main focus. That is like what you should. So, but for Kanye West, it's more like, I don't know, man. Like anything that, like the contents of the can, you only need 20% of it. That is basically what Kanye's on. You gotta strain whatever the fuck this nigga's talking about. You gotta take what he says, put it in the strainer, take out, because there's a lot of bullshit that he'll say, but underneath that bullshit, there's still gonna be a 1-2 thing that you can maybe like observe, think about. You know what I mean? Like there's a few things that you can like listen and be like, okay, I see why he said it, and I'm seeing why he's saying it. However, he's going about it the wrong way. Right? So, I don't agree with the rhetoric that he does with like the whole religious things, and like he's talking down on like groups. Oh shit. My bad, guys. He's talking down on groups of people and all that type of shit. I'm not really that kind of guy that's going to sit here and be like, man, Kanye's the next. He's like, you know, he's so smart when it comes down to it. In terms of that, like, no. If he was really smart, and if what he was saying was true about, like, that group of people, they can cut your water off, they control everything, then why the fuck would you be like, yo, I'm a billionaire, I'm going to talk shit, and then now that they're taking it from me, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, what are you doing? Anyways. That is just like my little like thought about like that. And also, a lot of people change when their parents pass away. We need to stop using this little rhetoric of, oh, Kanye, bro, if your Dukes was still alive, then everything, you wouldn't be moving the way you're moving. Who the fuck knows? How do we as a people know that Kanye West was going to move completely different because of the fact that his Dukes passed away. What if someone else close to him passed away and that made him go even crazier, or that made him go crazy, but his mom is still there? But there's that, you know what I mean? Or what if he sees something in the news that just changed his mind so much to the point where he felt, you know what I mean? Like, you never fucking know. Kanye needed a psychotic break. Oh, I dropped some scissors, by the way. Kanye, that nigga, the moment he got a psychotic break, or not psychotic break, but the moment something traumatic happened to him, he was gonna be that Kanye, no matter what the fuck it was. Whether his mom passed away, whatever the case may be. People are gonna be the way they are according to God's plan. When people are trying to act as if this person went here, then this wouldn't happen. If that person did this, and this, stop doing that, because we don't live in a fucking multiverse. It's not the Marvels. The fucking Marvel. It's not Marvel. We don't live in multiverses. This is one universe. That's it. A lot of people try to get this shit misconstrued. We live in one fucking universe, one ecosystem. Once this shit is over, this shit is over. Done. So when people try to add all this, well, if this happened, then this wouldn't happen. And if that happened, then that one. People need to get over this shit, because there's certain things that I feel like if Tupac didn't have too much pride and try to and he knew like the niggas only stole the death row chain because of him, then Tupac wouldn't have gotten killed that day. The nigga would have chilled, laid back, met the niggas at the club, did his thing, and nothing would have happened. But because he joined in on beating up on that nigga, Orlando Anderson, guess what happens? No one is bulletproof. Nobody is bulletproof. This is not a game. Like, you can survive whatever. There's so many people that survive a lot of shots. But some of the bullets that these people are getting shot with are probably cheaper bullets. Like, if you want to get really into it, they're probably cheaper bullets that they're getting shot with. Like, nigga, you got shot 10 times, you're still alive, nigga. Those are some cheap bullets you got hit with. If you got hit with some hollow tips, some like 40 cals or whatever the case may be, nigga, you would not be here for 10 bullets. You would not be here. So I am in that type of mood, that type of mode where I just want people to really understand. Stop using people's trauma against them and be like, well, if they never did then this did it. Like, obviously, yes. But at the same time, don't do it. If they don't mention it, they don't talk about it, as in that's something that completely changed them, but it's something that you just observed, unless you've spoken to that person about it, and therefore you can really have a real in-depth look at it, and you can like perceive it in a way, and you can intellectually articulate it in a way where you're not going to hurt that person that you're speaking about, especially if you care about that person, then okay, cool. But when people are just like, man, if that nigga mom ain't died, then he wouldn't be the way he is right now. Nigga, who the fuck knows? There's a lot of shit that we do, that all of us do, that our parents don't agree on. And our parents are alive. Like, let's keep it 1,000. So when people be like, oh, that was the only like, you don't know these niggas. Like, Lunel, do you actually know Kanye like that, where you can say some shit like that? I know you were around when he was doing his thing, but do you know him like that? Partying with a nigga, seeing a person around and all that type of shit does not mean you know them. Like, as a person, you just, I know that person, like, when I see them, it's whatever, it's what up. But other than that, I don't know them. I don't know their mom, their dad. I barely know their last name. I don't know nothing about them. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing? It's not just Lunel. There's another person that, like, there's a lot of people that keep mentioning. She's just the first person off my head that I could say, but, like, there's a lot of people that just keep mentioning, oh, if his mom was still here, then he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. Yo, Kanye was going to always be Kanye the way Kanye wants to be Kanye. So niggas need to stop doing this fucking stupid shit, talking about, well, if he did, like, niggas just need to stop it. At this point, because niggas is trying to make a point, but you're not really doing anything for anybody. You get what I'm saying? So, that's about it for now. For that topic. So, we are gonna do a little briefer. A little briefer, you know what I mean? So, Katt Williams was going off, bruh. He was on Club Shay Shay, and this nigga was snapping, bro. He was snapping. I'm like, nigga, yo, Katt Williams, chill. Yo, chill. Anyways. So, Katt Williams. This nigga fucking snapped. Now, I'm gonna play this clip right here. He talks about Jonathan Majors. Ooh. Oh my God! Nope. Y'all niggas don't need to hear that. That was a stupid ad. Anyways, and action.
My goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole. And never has sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go, think I'm old, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
You see Jonathan Majors, what he went through. Marvel dropped him as soon as the conviction came out. And you were telling the
Hey, you saw that black woman come get his charge cut in half? Thank you, Megan Good. God bless you coming to save that slave. If he'd had to be there by himself, he was getting all four. Guilty. She came in there, was just so beautiful, they had to knock half of it off. Bless his heart.
What do you think about this cancel culture? You see the situation with Jonathan Majors. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I don't know if maybe he can bounce back in a couple of years, but man, he was hot. He was hot. He was cooking. I mean, you see him in Creed. He's in the Marvel movies, and then just like that.
Maybe I'm a conspiracy theory, but I thought Katt Williams said any time they make you into that position, part of that contract is you do understand whenever we want to take you down, we can, right? Part of giving you the world. First of all, they went around the world for 2 years straight telling any women that would listen that this was a good-looking Negro. Mm-hmm. Since when? When did y'all start liking a big nose? And when did y'all like a little head and a big jaw? When? Since when? That look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy? You like black people's features like that? If this ugly nigga is good looking, then all niggas is good looking. Yeah. Anytime you see them telling you something you can't believe, just understand it's a play. And it don't matter. You gonna know it's a play as soon as they get in that position and think they gonna tell somebody something. No, you're not. No, you're not. Marvel will cancel you you won't be allowed to read a comic book. What is you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here, ugly.
Yeah, dog. Holy. When Jonathan Majors caught that charge, I know Marvel was like, and then you just heard this.
Oh man.
Yo, dog. He has a point. He has a point. Let's not argue the fact that this nigga has a point. And there's way more highlights to this interview. I'm gonna play one more. One more I'm gonna play. Okay. And then we're gonna get off this this interview. This one I found it funny. No, see, you niggas trying to get too much money off the advertisements, bro. When you play shit off of YouTube, for some reason, they want to give you a shit ton of advertisements. But when I watch this shit on my ones, when I actually pull up the clip on my ones, and I'm not like YouTubing, I'm not making a podcast, these niggas, like, they just allow it. Like, it's just so fucking annoying sometimes.
The Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker.
Oh, Lord.
Not Smokey.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
Where's my water? Where's my water?
Ooh. If I didn't know no better, I'd tell you he's the greatest. I don't care what you say. To be confident and not delusional is a real skill. Most of these confident people we see is really delusional.
Well, you don't think they asked Chris Tucker to come back in the second Friday?
Oh.
Smokey was all in Smokey. There ain't no Friday without Smokey.
We all agree to that, and there's no next Friday without Friday, and there's no Friday after next without Friday.
Nah, we talk about the road because you said that they don't.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Chris was allowed to make the decision. At the time that this is happening, Katt Williams is known for smoking weed. Willie Nelson is known for smoking weed.
Right.
Snoop's known for smoking weed, but none of us is really known except Willie. And I'm saying, Chris Tucker didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed. He don't smoke weed like that.
Right.
He in the church. He Michael Jackson's best friend. Christmas. Michael Jackson called him Christmas. You ever met a man that gave you a little nickname like that?
No.
Christmas.
Me neither. Must be the greatest.
Man, I ain't gonna be able to get nobody back. I ain't gonna be able to get no more comedians.
They all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I
A good
promise
thing
you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be having to beat them off with a stick. You gonna let him? They're coming. Much as.
Anyways, go catch that interview because I'm gonna watch that whole interview, yo, because that shit is hilarious. Hilarious. Anyways, so guys, we're gonna get into some different topics. Hold on, this is just loading for now. It's kind of annoying when Michael Blackson had something to say about this whole interview because so Katt Williams kind of got at everybody. Michael Blackson snapped back and was like, "You're not even the Katt Williams of 2005 anymore." Da, da, da. Yo, Michael Blackson, bro, as my African brother, you tried to get at Kevin Hart, that didn't work. You tried to get at a lot of comedians, didn't work. You are a funny nigga and stay in that lane, bro. Whenever you do beef comedy where you're trying to beef with niggas in terms of like, it sounds like you're serious and your little Philly accent comes out where now you don't really sound as African as you usually like to do, right? It doesn't sound, you don't sound as funny, my nigga. I'm just saying this as a nigga that's been watching your comedy for years, bro. I've been watching Michael Blackson since the early 2000s. Fucking, he's in Friday. I think next Friday I can get jiggy to this shit, nigga. We all know Michael Blackson does the African accent. We know that that's his thing. But when he gets mad, his Philly accent comes out. That little American Philly side comes out. You know what I mean? Because he knows how to do the accent, so that shit comes out. Nigga, when you do mad comedy, you should not be doing mad comedy. The comedy you do is people make fun of you, and you're like, who did this shit to me, nigga? And then you also make fun of other people. But the way you make fun of other people is very funny. It's like you're just poking fun. You're not mad at them. But when you do the whole "I'm mad at you," da da da, it doesn't sound funny. Oh, you're not the Katt Williams from 2005, nigga. Yeah, Michael Jordan is not the Michael Jordan from fucking 1994. Like, what point did you make? That's still Katt Williams. Katt Williams is a fucking better comedian than you'll ever fucking be, Michael Blackson. Period. And I'll stand on that. Katt Williams is a better fucking comedian, has way better accolades, way better credentials than Michael Blackson ever. So when he got at you, fam, you know what you do? You go on stage and you make a joke about it. Do what Dave Chappelle does. You take all that bad press, all that whatever, and you write down jokes for it. And you make, like, you use your angle of self-deprecating, whatever, fucking dissing yourself. That type of shit that you do that. And then you add a little bit of more element, and then you make fun of him. And then boom, that shit's hilarious. But instead, you just sounded butthurt because, like, niggas know, fam. Nigga, I booked it. One day, I was watching you, and you were mad at someone, and you're you're from Philly, right? Philly, Chicago, somewhere. Whatever accent wherever you're from, that shit came out, and I said, yo, Michael Blackson, say word. Say a word. That's how he, like, that's his natural shit. And then you went back to your African accent. Brother, we all know comedians that have a certain voice, and they use that voice for their comedy. And then after that, they just chill and do their own thing after that. Like, Katt Williams is talking right now, that's his regular voice. But when he goes on stage, he does, like, you know what I mean? Like, he changes his voice, his pitch, like that type of shit, because it's an art form. You know what I mean? So, come on, brother. Gilbert Gottfried, like that guy. He didn't talk like this all the time. He didn't fucking talk like that all the time. He actually had a regular fucking voice. You think there's some human being on the planet that just talks like this all the fucking time? Like, no. That's what Gilbert Gottfried did. That was his thing. There was an interview that he did where he had a regular voice, and he got his managers, or whatever the case may be, to get that interview erased, because it was a pre-taped interview. They got that interview erased because he did his regular voice, or they called him out on that, and his gimmick is his voice. That's his bread and butter. So if people know that he has a regular voice, then how can he pivot? Now, if his manager was very smart, they could have capitalized on that, right? They could have done normal Gilbert, and then he could have done alter ego. So you don't know if it's Gilbert Gottfried doing a regular voice, or if that's his regular voice, or you know what I mean? You could have done something like that, or he could have had a whole sitcom where there's two Gilberts, right? One of them has a regular voice, one of them has a fucked up voice, and then it just sounds hilarious. There's a lot of things that you guys could have capitalized on that, but I'm not really an agent. I don't know shit about Hollywood, but I'm just saying. That's just how it goes. So, next topic. Now, do I really want to talk about this? Nah, we're not going to talk about this. But the one thing that I've been seeing a lot lately, is the fact that there's been, and I'm not laughing because of like that it's happening. I'm just like, it's crazy to me. During the holidays, I've been seeing a lot of people unaliving their friends, their family, like that type of shit. And I'm at a point in time where I can kind of see why it happened, but at the same time, it doesn't justify the act. One dude pulls up to his ex's house, right? He has kids with her, so he's bringing some gifts for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Gifts for the kids. You know what I'm saying? The boyfriend's there. So the girl that his baby mom's, the guy that his baby mom's dealing with, he's there. Let's say that nigga's drunk. That nigga pulls up, and he probably never liked that nigga, period. The nigga's drunk, nigga pulls up, they start talking. All it takes is for someone to say some slick shit. And it takes for the other nigga to be like, I'm not backing down, and then shit just happens. Shit pops off. The one thing that I've been observing in my life that I've been seeing a lot is the fact that a lot of people think that it's okay to be involved with another person, like I'm talking about like another person that is that you're dealing with, and then literally diss the baby dad or the baby dad. Here's the thing: if you're ever going to deal with a girl that has a child, the first thing you do, the moment you and that girl are dating, right? You have to tell that girl, hey yo, me and the baby dad, we need to link up. We need to link up one day. Like invite him over to the crib, like have food, whatever the case may be, and like, does he play video games? Does he play cards? Like, what kind of shit does he like to do? Then you invite that nigga over, right? And you be like, yo, dog, I'm dating your baby moms, but there's gonna be no hard feelings, none of that shit. Your child, I'm gonna treat your child as if it was my own child. And if you don't like that type of shit, then hey, I'll back off. And whatever you two and the mom do, you two and the mom do. That type of shit. But if she needs my help, I'm going to help her out. If you're not there, I'm going to help her out. I'm just letting you know from now. Yeah, no problem, dog. It's all, you have to talk to the nigga. You, as a man, if you're dealing with a girl that has a child, you have to go and talk to the nigga. Because the nigga is going to pull up. There's going to be a day, time, place where the nigga's going to pull up. The moment you deal with the girl, you tell the girl, yo, tell your baby dad, your baby dads, whatever the case may be, tell him to come pull up. I'm gonna barbecue. Or tell him to come pull up. I'm going to have not even bottles, but I'm going to have a case of beer, da-da-da-da. Tell these niggas to pull up. Because you need to have a conversation with these niggas. Tell them, yo, I'm dating the baby moms. I'm not a foul nigga. I actually like her. That type of shit. Do not date a girl that has children. Do not deal. If you're gonna deal with a girl that has children, then you need to establish it from the beginning. Like, hey yo, this is what it is. This is what it is. Yeah, I'm saying if you're dealing with a girl that has children, I'm talking about like, because most likely, if you're dealing with a girl that has children, if she does, like, it's not gonna work out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's not gonna work out in terms of if it's just. There's a reason why a lot of men say like, yo, I don't want to deal with a girl that already has children. It's because you have to deal with a nigga. It's not just you and her. And then you have to deal with her family, maybe her brothers, uncles, and shit. That's cool. But dealing with the baby daddy too, because now the baby daddy's going to be looking at you too. He's going to be a little bit jealous, right? Because out of all the people that you should be worried about, he's one of them that had sex with your girlfriend / that's his baby mom. So now it's like, all right, bro. He's going to look at me. He might be jealous. He might be, you never fucking know. You never know. We're all human. That's why I look at it a little bit. Like, if you're gonna get involved with a girl that has a baby dad, like, and that nigga's like involved with the kids and all that, nigga, deal with her when you deal with her. But other than that, like, you're better off like not trying to do too much. You know what I mean? Now, if you actually like her, then do your thing. But I'm just saying, if you actually like her, do your thing. But there's a lot. What I'm basically saying is there's a lot of shit that you are going to have to deal with when you are involved with women like that. It's the same thing as a girl that has a bunch of she has fucking 5-6 brothers, bro. And she's like the only girl. Nigga, do you know what you're gonna have to go through when you have to deal with those niggas? You know what I'm saying? When you pull up to the Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner, whatever, any type of family event, Eid, whatever the case may be, a wedding, and you're invited, whatever the case may be, nigga, the brothers are gonna be looking you up and down trying to see if you're a real, nigga, you're gonna get tested. It's annoying. It's been happening since the beginning of time. But as a man, sometimes the least amount of tests is the better for your own fucking head. I know a guy that got married to a girl, and she has a lot of brothers, and he had to deal with the fucking brothers. He had to make sure the brothers knew what it was, make sure the brothers knew that he wasn't trying to fuck around. He had to prove himself to the brothers and the dad. It's different when you just have to prove yourself to the dad and then the family type shit. So when you pull up to a social event, you kind of chill on your P's and Q's. Other than that, nigga. Anyways, so that was just a little tidbit. Now, I was going to talk about something else, but it was going to get too graphic, and I wasn't trying to get into that. So, UFT, you guys are disgusting ass niggas there at UFT. I did not know that this was I know this is a thing, right? Now, I don't know how down bad some of these students at UFT are. I don't know if they're dumping condoms down the sink or down the drain and it's clogging up the condoms. I don't personally know. But from what I know is there was a warning letter issued for students of UFT. Now, I don't know if this is fake. I think it's hold on. Is it fake? It's fake. It's not fake. It's just someone. See, this is why when I read it, I'm I couldn't believe it because I'm what are we talking about? If the sewage pipes can take shit and piss and barf and all that type of shit, you're telling me you can't take semen? Because here's the thing. I did not know. This is 2019 apparently. So there's someone did a prank where they put masturbation notice. Masturbation in these washrooms is a violation of University of Toronto non-academic student code of conduct. The sewage pipes are not designed to handle semen. Excessive amounts of semen in the pipes cause clogging, which costs the university tens of thousands of dollars to replace. This cost will be reflected in next year's tuition fees. It's your money. Please masturbate at home. For any questions or urgent masturbation requests, please. So this was a prank. So this is basically a prank that happened where, guess niggas was what? See, this is what pisses me off, bro. Cause I found this notice, I read it, I checked the fucking comments. Usually I check the comments and I do a little bit of research. This time but nowadays I just been a little bit lazy. So I just check the comments, and usually by the 100th or 200th comment, I'll see this is fake, right? The moment I see this is fake and it has a bunch of likes, I look at the replies. Right now, when I put it on my phone as a topic, I didn't see it. Now, when I go to read it again, one of the top comments is saying, yo, this is a prank. This is from 2019. This is fake. Da da da. Nigga. Why? Why are people, and this is the one thing that's pissing me off about that I'm starting to see online a lot. Why are people posting shit that happened a few years ago like it's fucking brand new? Whatever happened to Throwback Thursday? Bring back Throwback Thursday. Bring it back. I'm going to call this Bring Back Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Bring it back, bro. Bring back Throwback Thursday, bro. There's no fucking point. Tell us this is a fucking old post, a repost. This is whatever. Don't post it like it's new. And then after, niggas got to read the comments and be like, yo, this is old. Yeah, there's a lot of that shit happening right now currently. People are recycling old media, old viral videos and shit. Recycling them bitches. And then posting them online like it's a brand new fucking topic. I've been noticing this. It's fucking annoying. You look desperate. You're miserable. I don't know why you're doing it. You're trying to get engagement. Nigga, if your money's running out like that and you got to do what you got to do, go ahead. Go confuse the other people. And I know every 2-3 years, there's people that haven't used the internet before that are now starting to use the internet. So recycling that old shit kind of regurgitates the algorithm, whatever. But it's just, to me, say Throwback Thursday. Yo, this is an old post, but let niggas know that it's old, because some people will come up to you saying that some shit is new, and it's like, nigga, that was 3-4 years ago when that came out. You know what I mean? Anyways. Piss me off, bro. I thought that shit, did not think it was real, but I thought it was a warning, yo, you guys are fucking up the pipes, dog. You niggas is going off. You niggas is fucking what? What? Yeah, I was gonna be like, you guys are I was gonna be like, you guys are a bunch of.
This is a sick Negro.
I was gonna be like, you guys are a bunch of fucking, ew. I was gonna be like, yo, you fucking.
Freaky frog. You a freaky frog. You fucking freaky frog.
That's what I was gonna say. You know what I mean? Or I was gonna say this. This is my favorite one. You's a freaky ass nigga. Fucking mean. But that's what I was gonna say. But then, it didn't work out. Anyways, so we got that. We did the John Morant shit. We did that. And then we got two more topics. And then we're done. And then I can go do my DoorDash. I hit a digital dash. Anyways. This whole real estate shit is kind of pissing me off. The whole housing market and how things are happening and all that type of shit. So people are fleeing Toronto home prices to cheap off-the-grid communities in Ontario's north, right? So if, like most, you've had to face the reality of never being able to afford property, right? In and around Toronto, oh my God, no thanks. During your lifetime, there's a little-known alternative that can give you the chance to own your own place for cheap. Yes, in Ontario, not Alberta, don't worry. But you'll have to be willing to give up big city living to access it. The communities that comprise boreal forest medieval villages offer a completely different way of life than someone from downtown may be used to. Most notably when it comes to the cost of living, shockingly low for those willing to make the move. It's been low enough, in fact, to inspire the willingness to do away with city life completely in hundreds of people already. While the average price of a home in the GTA is about $1.1 million basically, as of October, full setup in a tiny home on a 0.5 acre lakefront property in the village, we're running you less than 50% of that price, only $150,000. So, driven by people who simply cannot afford to purchase any kind of property in southern Ontario, especially while wages haven't gone up much in the last 20 years. Estimated that more than 400 people are either actively living on or planning to live on one of the 4 sites scouted by the organization. Among the 400 are his own children and grandchildren, who he has set up with lots there, as they'll never be able to afford a house in Southern Ontario ever. So a lot of people are starting to live in these boreal forest medieval villages. So I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. So it's like, as a collective, the group owns the property, meaning that it can't ever be sold without unanimous approval. But individual interests in the land trust, which are usually on 20-year renewable leases, can be sold or left in a will so long as the new resident agrees to all of the conditions set out by an elected board of directors, which takes over after boreal forest medieval villages steps out of the picture. The board establishes bylaws, decides how the community will be run, and helps determine what will be done with the common parts of the site, which are usually about 2/3 of a given property, whether it be reserved for greenhouses to grow food or for a community center or other indoor space. While some people are planning to just seasonally camp, and others are towing in pre-certified tiny homes or building more permanent structures, the way of living manages to both harken back the simpler and less expensive times to utilize the latest in the 21st. So basically, people are moving out into the forest areas of Ontario, and they figured it out. They're like, yo, we're gonna create our own homes, our own way of life, our own type of living, and Ontario is trying to crack down on it. So basically, Ontario, they're trying to crack down on like that type of shit because they're saying it's not safe, meaning like, for instance, crime can go up. This can go up. That can go, like. My main thing that I wanted to actually say about this article is, why don't you help us? Seriously. Why don't you guys, and I know they're putting in a lot of shit in place to help. The government has failed us since the pandemic. They have failed us. The government is the reason why we are at where we're at as a society, as in terms of housing, everything. We thought we could run it up until we can run it up, but now we can't run it up no more. A lot of people are still trying to go on vacation, trying to be outside and do all this type of shit, but they're breaking even at the end of the day, or they're back at zero until they get like this paycheck, that paycheck, and then they're good now. Like, it's everyone's living paycheck to paycheck, and people are just saying fuck it with their money now. So we need to figure out something where like, and to me, I'm not complaining about my housing situation, but I'm saying the housing situation period in general is a little bit fucked up. There are people paying a lot of money for where they're at. So we'll see what happens. Now, podcast's almost over because my mom's calling, so I gotta figure that out. But she needs to chill for now. Don't worry, we're gonna call her back. I'm just trying to pod. Anyways, so Stephen Hawking. I never knew Stephen Hawking was that much of a perv, but there's some shit that came out, and I don't know if this is real too, but this shit came out and I just thought it was funny. Shit came out in the Epstein documents. I don't know if it's real. This is all alleged, but it says Stephen Hawking enjoyed watching undressed midgets solve complex equations on a chalkboard that was set too high, according to documents. Bruh.
You's a freaky ass nigga. Fuck you mean?
Oh, hell no.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? This is a sick Negro.
Stephen Hawking, bro. So it says, question, hold on one sec. Wait, you're telling me that Stephen Hawking frequented the islands for pleasure? And then the answer is, hold on one sec. The answer is, Yes, Jeffrey loved to have intellectuals visit the island so he could reward them for their hard work for humanity and for other darker reasons. Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Stephen Hawking's prolicatives? Yes, he liked watching undressed midgets solve complex equations on a too high up chalkboard. Well, that's all I got to say about that. Because that was the Dr. IBZ with IVP. See, he fucked me up. That was the IVP with Dr. IBZ. We're gonna end it off on that note. Episode 202. Hopefully everyone can get what they need in life, man. So yeah, finito. We're done. Follow me on TikTok at Real Dr. IBZ. We got IG, Real Dr. IBZ. We got YouTube, Real Dr. IBZ. Real Dr. IBZ on all social media platforms in terms of Twitter and all that shit. Well, Twitter's fucking heaps. Yeah, so just fucking holler at me if you have any inquiries. You already know what to do, what it is. Episode 200, 201, and now 202. These guys are going to be up by the end of the week, possibly. The videos. The audio's already up. You already know I'm going. All right, man. You done know. It's all death row. Peace out. Let's get the fuck out of here. Hey, this is the IVP. This is the IVP. This is the Imperfect Vent Podcast. Alright, guys. Later. Oh, shit. That's not even the applause. Bye. Bye.